And I believe that we should be live, and I'm looking at the Twitch, and it looks like we are live. And I believe that welcome everybody back to the low budget LBLCS. A little bit of a different voice kicking you off today. It is Les Force running the show today. The parents are out of town for the night. They left the keys to the car, and I'm taking it for a little bit of a joyride tonight. Not to be left to my own devices, I do have a very responsible co-pilot. They've got the GPS pulled up. Joining me on the cast, we've got Bear. How we doing tonight?
What is up? I'm doing great.
Doing great.
Fantastic one today.
Good to hear. You had a very successful first cast on Tuesday. Had a banger of a series watching Team Ionia versus Team Italy. Ready to get back on the saddle just a couple days later.
Of course, I'm super pumped. I'm super pumped because I did a big talk show about these two economy teams, about all the economy teams really, but about these two. I picked a lot of these players to be on the drafts that I did, so I'm super excited. I know a lot of these players and what champs they play, so I'm super pumped.
Yeah, I was going to mention, you have done a little bit of background work on economy to start the season. Just let the people trickling in, the viewers. The captains are currently working on setting up a bit of a tournament code situation. They are looking to get us into lobby as quick as possible. So in the meantime, we're just gonna kind of chat. Feel free to let us know how you're doing. First time chat from DGC Records. The league we will be watching tonight is the Economy League, so it's going to be roughly like gold and down. Maybe a little bit of plat trickled in, but it's primarily about like gold-ish. There are leagues from Econ, that's the one we're watching. We've got leagues for the plat league average, the emerald league average, and then the diamond and the really good players. I wouldn't know, but yeah, have widespread leagues for widespread elos. Anyway, yeah, you were mentioning what's my favorite
league?
My favorite league. Well, that's kind of, so it's tough, right? Because I've played all 6 seasons that I've played have been in financial. But of course, I've done a lot of content for commercials. So to me, I like commercial the best. Bear, quiet, or less loud? Let's see if we can.
I can move. It's this. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. So, and that's another important thing to note is that with it being my first time getting to drive the car, I don't quite have all the bells and whistles that Buggle and LeChance do. Don't quite have all the. We're gonna figure it out as we go, and that's where it's great that we have this time. We have this time to kind of figure out these kinks before it actually starts. All right, yes. So it says bear quiet. Just did some audio shuffling, so let me know if that made any kind of difference. See a couple main station chat. Got him the guy. Got Luffy. Left ear only.
You should into your Streamlabs OBS. The desktop audio. You should turn it up. Scroll up on the mixer. Yeah, I would like a little left.
Interesting. Am I also coming out of anyone else's left ear only, or is that just a Luffy thing? Who is this sexy voice? I don't know who you're talking about. Maybe Bear is who we're referencing there. Oh Hi Vega, one of the best members of the booth. I would even say the best member of the booth. Times legend.
I'm impartial.
You're impartial? Yeah,
I'm impartial. It's hard. I like Jackie Boy.
Well, that's
he's
strange.
Not really he's like a. Is he really a booth member? And then probably Val. I'm going Val. I'm a hard Val enjoyer.
Yeah, I mean Val's great. Jackie Boy, that's your call. I won't detract you or try to convince you otherwise. Let's see, Pickle Hater joining chat. We are waiting for, I believe, the lobby to get created, Mr. Weasel. I think they were trying to work on some type of tournament codes. Let's see. Can I give my live reaction? Also, so I can't give the live reaction because the live reaction, I didn't see it because I was playing in my own series on Tuesday night. But I did happen to chuckle rewatching the VOD as I see this brand with, had to be like 800 health in total, just TPing into the Baron Pit as their entire team is on it. That being said, worked out for the team. You picked up the 2-0. Team Italy currently on top of Group D, I believe. I think there's still one series that has to be played. Yeah. We're just gonna skip past Turtle there. Let's take a look and see if we've made any.
Oh, just a heads up to everybody that does bear facts today. We are going to do, instead of facts about actual bears, we will be doing facts about myself. So, if you do redeem the bear facts, you are just going to just get a fact about myself, about whatever I decide to tell you. It could be my favorite food. It could be my favorite color. It could be my favorite caster. Who knows? All right. First one, GGG Turtle. First one I'm gonna go with is we'll start with my favorite color. My favorite color is purple. You're welcome.
Do you have these like written down in order, or are you just like
Nope.
take them as
I'm
like
going straight
off the dome? All right, so this wasn't cashed in, but I feel like it should be answered, and I'm not really sure where this is coming from X1 Skyline, also known as Voodoo Mama Juju, asks, "Are you bald?"
I am not bald. I have a full head of hair, and the receding hairline that runs my family skips a generation, and I am the generation that got skipped. So, I do have a full head of hair.
Pickle is also saying that I'm in his left ear predominantly. I am not sure why I would be in one ear.
Microphone setting.
Yeah.
I can't see your setting. Oh. It's Pickle said it was fixed, so we're out here.
Pickle's out here spreading misinformation, and I got my hopes up there. I got an invite. That was not who we're looking for.
You got baited.
Ev Dingus shooting me a customs invite.
Unlucky.
Thank you, DGZ. Pickle had to put his other ear plug in. Let's see. You know what?
Let's see how close we are.
Since we've got time to kill. Oh, it's on a cooldown? That is crazy. 3 minutes in between bear facts.
I know. People have to sit on that. People have to stick around to learn more about me. And my League of Legends clothes are. See, I'm gonna complain quickly. The tournament code thing, when I try to join with the code, just tells me that I have to restart my League of Legends.
Yeah, it's definitely a little scuffed to start the season. It's a little strange. My team was having some problems on Tuesday. I've heard it's a Riot thing, not an LBLCS thing.
That's what I figured. Yeah. If it's giving us the code, it's giving us.
DGZ, this is actually week 1, as I am getting invited into the lobby now. Yeah, this is week 1, so these teams are off to a fresh slate. We got this is economy, so there are 2 groups of 8. These guys are looking to start their season hot. I think there's a lot of new faces in this series. Don't believe there are too many.
I will give you one guess on who my favorite player is, just based purely off of name. No, nothing else.
Nothing
just
else.
Purely off of name.
I'm gonna go Captain Turtle.
No, not even close.
Well, all right, go ahead.
It is the player, the proficient mid laner of Tactical Feed. I'm taking Billy Butthole as my favorite player for this series.
Yeah, I will absolutely just be referring to him as Billy throughout this cast.
Nah, if he does something cool, we have to. We have to stick with it.
We'll play it by ear. We'll see how it goes. It settled the debate. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
don't think that it is. I think it's its
I
own
think
entity.
I believe as well.
So, not that that's like the most exciting debate, but it sounds like Bear Force is in agreement that a hot dog is not a sandwich, and I don't know if we'll be taking questions on it, unless you've got a good point. In which case, I'll hear you out.
I
Yeah,
will accept the argument if it's. I will change my stance if it's a good argument. My dog does want to be let out of my room, so I will be doing that.
it's all right. See, and like I said, a good take though, Turtle, and that's like the big
See,
thing, right?
but like a taco in my mind is just a taco.
Yeah, I
You know what
just
I
feel
mean?
like it's its own thing.
Pickle. That is an insane take. I will have to ignore that one. Mods, can we get that message removed? Um, that is something that I will not accept.
All right, we do have the draft link, so we should be getting started here any second. I'm gonna get us nice and set up here, and then we should be good to switch over. And I believe casters are we ready to rumble?
I'm ready. I'm here, present. I'm very excited about this draft. I will be giving my thoughts as it goes because I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, so I've heard you've done some research, and I was thinking about pop quizzing you. Certainly, that's like still on the table very much, but we'll come back to that. You've had some spicy picks lined up. We got one team saying they're ready. Hopefully, the other
Draft
finishing up
just
their
started,
prep,
by
and
the
they
way.
have started.
Yeah.
TF off the table. Not going to be seeing
So
TF ADC in this series.
for TF, I believe that is a mid lane ban instead of rather than an EC ban. Lee Sin is Captain Turtle's most proficient champion. So that's a big takeaway from them. I saw his win rates on that and I thought it was insane. So that's actually a really good ban.
Yeah, you're going to see that a lot in economy and commercial, and really just throughout amateur league in general. There's that balance of like some picks you're banning because they're really strong in the meta, and then other bans, like this guy is just insane on this Lee Sin, so you got to get rid of it. And now we see some more bans coming out. Maokai, super jack of all trades, can really do it all, and then Callista being banned by a tactical feed.
The Kalista band's really good. Red Face Beast is pretty proficient on it. It's probably just a really, really good B1 pick. And I also have that Red Face Beast snowballs 17% more than other players his rank. So that is a big takeaway for them. And same thing with the Asol.
Yeah, a lot of mid lane prio here on the flash for economy bans. They're identifying, like you mentioned, Billy as their star player. They're taking away two of their picks, and Mordecai's are gonna wrap us up with bans. We'll see what we're getting on B1 here.
I believe this Rumble is a takeaway. I'm I have to double check the top laner. Yes, this dude I know is a Rumble player. So Dwight Schrute's basically saying I can play Rumble better than you can. So he's just gonna take it away.
On the other side, we've got the Zac, which, as everybody knows right now, that champ is crazy strong. Can really go four different roles. So not really telling a whole lot on the side of tactical feed. I would say it's most likely we see it in the jungle, and we're gonna get an early pick Smolder.
Ooh, man,
That's exciting.
that's super exciting. I'm super pumped to watch this.
I don't know if you saw, but Pickle Hater has cashed in a bear fact, and he's asking for a bear joke.
You
I'll
will
defer to
not
you
be
on that.
receiving you will not be receiving a bear joke, but I can give you another fact about myself. I am 6'4".
Is that like an average height for bears, or is that like on the above average side?
I would say that's above average. It's probably above average for Mexican bears, if that makes you. Sorry, that was a terrible joke. Average height of a bear. We'll look it up while this is happening. Leona's good pairing with Smolder. It looks like they're just gonna put out for really, they're just really gonna go for that peel for this Smolder. It seems like.
Yeah, this is interesting. Not picking your AD carry on Flash for Economy, despite knowing you have the Smolder, tells me that they have something really spicy lined up, and it looks like the read from a tactical feed is that this Lux is actually going mid, based on that Blitzcrank ban. Unless there's some crazy, Blitzcrank mid tech I don't know about. I'm gonna assume that they're thinking it's Lux mid.
The yes, Brown Buddy guy does play Lux mid quite a bit. He's pretty proficient in those like artillery mages and super high scaling ones like Zig, Zareth, Vagar, and Lux. So this is probably going to be Lux.
It should be. Vader, to answer that question, I haven't quite gotten set up with all the bells and the whistles. Big Bad Buggle hasn't quite hooked me up with the music just yet, and I didn't want my first stream to get copyright stricken, so I figured I'd err on the side of caution. You're just gonna have to enjoy the smooth, sultry voice of Bear to get us through into game. Hopefully we'll get some music from the client once we get in, or maybe like the pick band. As we see the last band coming through for blue, gonna be an Alawi.
I'm pretty sure this dude I know does play a lot of split pushers, other than the Rumble, but he also plays stuff like maybe we can see the Cannon thrown out here. So I will be pretty excited what he chooses to, if it's not the Zach Top, which it looks like it's going to be, just based off of the Zamumu pick. So a lot of peel going on for this for tactical feed here, Leona, Mumu, Zach. So
A lot of peel, a lot of big health bars that Flash for Economy are going to have to get through. They're going to pick the Kaisa at 80 carry, and we're going to have to see what they've got picked in the support role. I believe they've say the captain, DeChamp, saving their pick for last. A lot of big health bars they got to get through, and it's going to be the Nautilus to try and set up this Lux, this Rumble, and this Kaisa.
this is quite crazy. The Poppy looks like he's gonna have like mega value here, trying to protect his carries. Nautilus to look, hopefully finding something onto Smolder, kind of lock him down, see what they can get going on him.
And rounding us out in the mid lane, I presume we're gonna get an Echo for the side of tactical feed. Very aggressive pick. You're gonna have to, get in that Lux's face. Otherwise, you're just gonna get poked out into oblivion. I think that should wrap us up here with draft.
This draft just wants to go from the side of tactical feed. They want to get in there and they want to CC everybody. I mean, just the combo I can imagine. Mumu, Leona, Zach. Oh my gosh, this is insane. Smolder's E, just for time's legend here. Smolder's E is not a dash; it is a speed accelerant.
We have other people dropping bear facts in chat. We got Loki Aurora saying actual bear fact. Spectacled bears are the only bears native to South America and are the largest carnivore in that part of the world. Today I learned so true, Vega, as it looks like both teams are ready. We're just going to wait on them to start the pick bands, and then we'll slide over just right about now.
So I wouldn't be surprised to. I wonder if this dude I know, as he is going to probably take this Zach top lane into this Rumble, if he is thinks that this band or this pick is like good into it, I mean he's probably just going to go. I would imagine it's just Rush Spirit Visage, and then Rumble will have a hard time killing you in lane. But that's what Rumble does best. So I'm gonna be excited how these like first levels 1 through 5 go for this top lane.
Yeah, I look at the side of tactical feed. I believe this is their as a team. Just I don't recognize any of the names, so I believe this is their LBLCS debut. They picked a very straightforward strat. You've got the Amumu, the Leona, the Zac can all set up, and they're trying to set up the Smolder and this Echo for massive damage. And on the other side, you've got things that really like to dive, the Kaisa, the Nautilus, the Poppy. And so it's going to be this really interesting, in my mind, kind of like can Flasher Economy get those early picks on those carries for tactical feed? And if they can't, how do you pull back from the massive amounts of CC that the red side has going on?
I would. I'm going to appreciate whether this Echo, Amumu, and Zach can link up early for this top side, maybe fighting for the grubs. I think that if they can spiral Echo ahead in this Lux matchup, he will do. He'll be doing really well. Diving the Kaisa, diving the Lux, possibly getting on top of Rumble, and causing some disruption there, maybe burning some ults. So it's possible what we see, and I'm excited to see really what we see topside for these grubs.
Yeah, of course, one of the things that we're going to be calling out is, hashtag grub it up. Whichever team decides to commit the bit, send all of their players top, and get those first 3 grubs will earn my respect, as that is a TV money moves staple. That is my financial team, of course. We hashtag grub it up all the time. I think both these teams could certainly fight it. I mean, you got a lot of... I mean, Zach has that deceptive damage. Echo can burst. I mean, Lux isn't going to be super healthy early, or super sustainable. But I also think there's a lot of pick potential between the Poppy, the Lux, the Rumble. And it's going to be about if Dwight Schrute can get that level 6. Because I feel like getting that 6 for those grubs is such a big... the equalizer can have such an impact in that type of fight.
This, I'm excited. Well, if it'll depend on whether tactical feed here wants to. If they do fight the early grubs early, they do have to be worried about Rumble damage. Rumble does, if he gets close to that overheat, does do percent max health, which will be really good into Zach and Amumu. And it'll be deceptive. It'll be quick. It'll be, oh, what happened? My whole health bar is gone. I am not a Rumble fan. I love Rumble. I love playing Rumble. Playing against Rumble, actively one of my least favorite things.
Yeah, he's just a big... does a lot of burn. Not the most pleasant.
Sorry to interrupt. Are we doing the Schmeckle betting? Do we have that angle?
Yes, I can... Now, of course, unfortunately, if I am setting it up, it means that I don't quite get to participate. Start prediction... Alright, you can go ahead and talk for just a moment while I get this set up. I am a big fan of Schmeckle betting.
I love Schmeckle betting. I will be telling you why I'm going, who I'm going to go. I'm going to caster curse this entire team, and I do not care. I appreciate a caster cursing as much as possible. I am going to go with tactical feed here. A lot of them are red side players. A lot of them like to snowball. I believe Billy Butthole, of course, my player to watch, is very proficient at snowballing, especially on this Echo. He could go crazy. He could start just one-shotting everybody. I am a fan of this Poppy pick, so I do think that is something to look out for, is how can this Poppy could protect Lux and Rumble and Kaisa so they can get their combos off. And, of course, Nautilus. Nautilus can as well peel, and if he can get on top of Smolder and lay that ult down and just see how it goes. That's how they're going to do it. Get the Kaisa dive on top of Smolder. That's pretty much all their damage, but I am going to go with Tactical Feed here.
Yeah, I do like the Poppy pick. It's just... The thing with Poppy is you have to have a buddy to back you up, because you can catch that crazy E, the multi-man R, but if you don't have, and you got the tools on a Flasher Economy, right? You got the Lux binding, you got the Nautilus hook, you've got Rumble, you have those buddies that can help you out, but you got to have them have your back. Les, can you fight the one trick pony Ivern allegation? So, unfortunately, my OPGG would suggest that I cannot fight those allegations. I do have I think it's 16-3 record in solo duo with like a 7 KDA, something like that. I don't think I'm an Ivern one trick. Bear, we've played a lot of solo duo. What are your thoughts on that as we load into game number 1 here?
As a Let's Force duo partner, one of many, unfortunately, we have not signed the contract to be exclusive on that. I think that he is not a Ivern one trick, as I never get to play with his Ivern, unfortunately. But I would love to play with this Ivern, but no, I get the Jarvan, the Viego. He gets to express himself freely when he plays with me because he knows I will continue to play with him.
That is right. You're loading in the game. Go ahead.
What time are you at?
I'm at 10, 11, 12.
Oh, we're perfect.
All right, let's go. Perfect. So we load in here. We're going to get this all set up. Hopefully chat will be satisfied with the volume, the zoom out. I don't have the crazy tools that Buckle does with the weird angles and stuff. It looks like we should be rocking. 5-man invade coming out from Flash for Economy. Looks like they're going to try and walk down with the Nautilus. And no, I don't think the vision caught them. Red side is pinging it out, so they are going to walk this back. And I think, not sure we're going to see much of a play here. Just going to drop a ward and walk out here.
Yeah, I appreciate this. I think think they caught a glimpse of Rumble walking into the bush there. I don't know exactly if that's what happened, but I'm actually surprised that the champ didn't just go crazy and start flashing. That's what I love to see. I love Nautilus aggression. That's what I'm here for with this Nautilus pick.
I also love Nautilus aggression, but I think what I love more than Nautilus aggression is Nautilus knowing when to be aggressive, because it's the most impactful hook you can have is the one that's never thrown. Once you throw the hook, the enemy team knows you have it down, but as long as you haven't thrown the hook, they have to stay on their toes.
That's true.
We see a Mumu starting on a ward, and Tactical Feed know that Poppy is somewhere on the bottom side, as they do have a ward on that blue buff. We see the champ and Redface camping in the bush, and that's going to be an immediate hook. Redface is going to do as much damage as he can. Feldroth going to have to walk this off. That's going to be an immediate heal popped out before the minions have even crashed.
This is what you're just going to have to do. Just like I was saying earlier, this Rumble is not going to be fun to lane into. Zach will probably try to do his best to heal up from his blobs. But this top lane is not going to be an exciting
I thought another massive hook, and that's going to be a first blood over to Red Face Beast with the Kaisa, with the plasma, the flash away attempt, but that's going to be first blood over to Flash for Economy.
That was incredibly unlucky for the side of Tactical Feed, of course, but if you're, you just kind of shake it off, you're Smolder, so you're just going to stack. Anyway, as we are going to see this scuffle right here, this is, I can imagine, miserable. Rumble has the ignite, heal cut when Zach's trying to heal, and in those close fights. This will be exciting, as we are going to see Captain Turtle hovering over mid.
Billy going in. Captain Turtle probably just a little bit too far out of range to be able to get that E off. Brown Buddy Guy is kind of low though, so you have to be careful with that Echo with the Hail of Blades. Could be a potential kill here in the mid lane. A little bit of a... Go ahead.
I think that this is a good start from the side of Flash for Economy here. Obviously, you get the first blood. Put Smolder behind as much as you can. It's kind of what you want to see from your bot lane. I'll be excited to see whether Poppy is going to try to show up. Maybe try to force the issue on this bot lane and make them have an answer.
Yeah, a lot of trading going on here in the top side. That's going to be a Ignite popped out by Dwight Schrute. The E away from this dude I know, but the passive is going to proc. Can Dwight Schrute get the kill off in time? He hits the E. He hits the empowered Q. He's trying to burn him down, and it looks like he's going to take it actually a couple tower shots. This dude I know is going to be able to get away, and they're going to be able to walk this out. Ooh, Dwight Schrute cannot continue that, but Captain Turtle is lurking. He's looking for the dive. They're trying to get this wave in. Zach is in a tough spot in the top lane. Directed Cam doesn't want to show us, as we see some poke coming out from Feldroth, and it looks like Captain Turtle is going to walk this one out top.
Yeah, the early pass, burning the passive, really good. Oh, we're going to see this play.
Puminja going to force the flash out from Brown Buddy Guy, and you'll definitely take that if you're Tactical Feed. Echo now has a lot of pressure in the next couple minutes. No flash on the Lux. You have your own flash. You have the ultimate, and this is exactly what you want on this this assassin-style mid laner.
Now we are going to see, we have flashes in different areas, so each team wants to do different things here. Captain Turtle wants to, you know, kind of push the issue bot lane with his Smolder not having flash, and then for the opposite side of Tactical Feed, you know, no flash on Lux. You kind of want to be, as a Mumu, you just kind of want to be there. So I'll be excited to see how we utilize these flash cooldowns.
Yeah, we see both junglers heading back out towards the top side, suggesting that they're going to want to fight over these grubs. Lux is on a reset, so they're going to either have to TP or they're going to have to walk it back. And Amumu and Zac are already in this pit, starting the grubs. Will there be an answer? TP coming in from Brown Buddy Guy now.
This could be pretty scary. Rumble is almost at overheat.
Zac is super low, though. No passive. Going to have to be careful. Billy Butthole walking backwards. He's looking to go in, and he's actually going to get stunned up against the wall, and that's going to be a kill over to Dwight Schrute. Red team in a lot of trouble here. That's some low health bars. This dude I know dropping low. Poom Ninja dropping low, and that is a triple kill over to Dwight Schrute 5. That is going to be, I believe, 2 grubs over 2 Flash for Economy. Kill counter goes to 4-0. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, the hook from Dechamp going to swing wide. Redface Beast and Dechamp both getting really low in the bot lane. Materium going to flash in for the Q. Does Feldroth have the damage? And the Arcane Comet Pot is going to get the kill back onto this Smolder. And we're not even done fighting, because now back in the top side, Dwight Schrute and this dude I know going back at it. The TP in, already fighting. This is chaos.
My gosh. That was an insane cast for the 2 minutes of just straight fighting. We have some different things going on here. I'm going to try to highlight them quickly. The Rumble getting ahead right here. He should just be backing for Haunted Guys. He is going to opt in for Boots. But hopefully he'll buy a Haunted Guys here. He'll probably hang out in base a little bit longer. With the kill bot lane, that does put Smolder ahead. He is at 31 stacks. Do need to get to that 225 mark as quickly as possible, just to kind of amplify, you know, your Qs, do a bunch of damage with that Elder buff. We might see something crazy go on right here for the Dragon. Yeah,
Captain Turtle gonna get stunned up there. A hook in from the champ, going to hit on Poom Ninja, and that's going to be an immediate kill. Brown Buddy Guy looking to catch Billy Butthole. Gonna run this out. Good dodge there on the Lux binding. And that's gonna be 1 kill over, and potentially this Dragon. They're gonna look to get the Scuttle Crab first here. Bot lane is back for tactical feeds. The champ gonna try and pressure. I don't know if they're looking for the fight. Looks like they're gonna start up this Dragon. Meanwhile, on the top side, just continuous burning from this Rumble. That Haunting Geist, the Blasting Wand. This is gonna be big trouble for the Zac up there in the top lane.
I think that if you're on the side of tactical feed right now, you know, these past 7 minutes haven't gone spectacular for you. You did pick up the kill onto Smolder, but I think you need to kind of change the pace. You can play super slow with the Smolder pick and just kind of let it happen. I think that's what the comp wants to do. That's kind of what they've said. That's just what they need to say to themselves, and just kind of do it. So,
ooh, in the mid lane, Billy Butthole gonna get knocked, rooted up, and the R. That's going to be a solo kill for Brown Buddy Guy. Wasn't quite able to pop that R on the binding. Ult just coming through on the Leona. We'll see if they look to get aggressive here. The hook actually going to miss from Dechamp, and they're just going to walk this one out.
Yeah, it could have been a pretty clean look. Dechamp kind of going crazy with this Nautilus. Everybody's pretty farming well. You know, we got this kind of got this CS difference in the top lane. Could be really good. It is the Rumble specialty. You know, this lane, once again, I hate to harp on it.
Oh wait, a lot of damage coming through. The Ignite getting popped, the Equalizer, and that's gonna be a solo kill in the bot lane. Hook in from the champ. They're gonna try and knock up Redface Beast. The damage coming through on the Smolder. Gonna have to peel it back. Flash into the wall. I don't think Materium's getting out of this. Can they give the kill over to the Kaisa? Redface Beast trying to get that kill without getting in danger, and that kill is actually gonna go over to the champ. Meanwhile, the Q in from Poom Ninja onto Dwight Schrute. He does not have the Zac yet. He's trying to buy time for the Echo. They're gonna be able to knock him up with the Amumu R, and that's gonna be a massive shutdown over to Billy. That is huge for the side of tactical feed.
Yeah, that's a big pickup. He can start to harass Lux a little bit more. She does have the flash available, so we might see Poom Ninja come back around, try to burn the flash again, and maybe Echo can do something. Start picking up some more kills, maybe some solo kills under this Lux. Smolder doing a pretty good job with farming the best he can into this Nautilus lane. We're around 56 stacks. So we'll end up seeing what kind of goes on, but I'm hoping to see a lot of action around this mid lane.
Cash in here from Low Robot Man. Doesn't matter who's the streamer. LeChance licks toes. We know it to be true. Pink's coming out here on these grubs, and the blue side Flash for Economy gonna look to just start him up right away. Gonna be a tough look here for Tactical Feed. That's one grub coming over, and it looks like they're just gonna back this one off.
Yeah, this would be good. I mean, 5-1 is really, really good, but getting the 1, you know, there is, in my opinion, quite a big difference between 5 and 6 grubs. So I'm actually not that mad. Ooh, good flash. Good flash from this dude, I know.
Good flash for sure. Yeah, definitely the difference between having 6 and 5. Well, it is 1, but it does feel a lot better if you're able to deny that full 6 grub action. We see the champ has made his way across the map. Looks like he's going to start heading back towards the bot lane. Look to help Red Face Beast, who's kind of under a little bit of pressure under tower. Plate going over to this Smolder, this Leona. Definitely some solid farming out of the Smolder, despite how much fighting there's kind of been early on.
Yeah, I mean, once again, he's in a Nautilus lane, you know, so he is going to get, he just has to farm his best. You know, he's doing a pretty good job. I appreciate it.
Oh wait, meanwhile the champ caught out here a little bit. That's gonna be a flash out, and that Leona are not gonna quite hit, but the double Smolder R, the stun into the wall. Does Leona have the move was actually a flash R? Give that kill over to the Smolder if you can. It is gonna go over to Leona, and meanwhile in the top lane, Dwight Schrute just burning this Zac. He has the passive though, doesn't have the Q back up. I think he'll be able to come out of this passive, but this Rumble's doing some damage. Meanwhile, Billy gonna go in. Doesn't quite hit the stun. Gonna get knocked or rooted here. Gonna walk this out. Luck's gonna poke him out. Can't quite finish. Amumu is in the vicinity. Oh, this dude I know just getting solo kill under the tower. That Leandres does some damage.
Dwight Schrute 5 showing why a camp picked him first in his draft. I will shout out to camps real quick. During the Econ talk show, he picked Dwight Schrute 5 as first. And I can now appreciate it.
Certainly.
He's showing why.
Certainly having a good showing here in his first game of the LBLCS Season 12. See this vision getting cleared out. I like this. They're walking together. Smolder going to look to poke out a little bit. Red Face Beast walking up a little far. Leona E going to be just short. And they're going to clear out this vision. Set up this dragon. I certainly think this is a good look for Flash for Economy.
Yeah, and if you're just Tactical Feed, you're just giving this. I don't think we need to worry too much about the second drag. We do need Smolder to be at this like 125 mark to really start doing things. And I would just, you know, you're just giving this. This is okay. Try to push out mid. Try to grab some plates while you can. That's just the best you can do at this moment in time.
So much damage coming out. That's just the price you pay going in for the farm, and now you're in this tough spot top lane where it looks like your wave might be shoving away from you, and you're in the spot where this Rumble can run you down. Dragon going over to Flash for Economy, but all things considered, the gold lead only at about 2.5k despite that kill count being in favor of Flash for Economy. Certainly looking not too bad for Tactical Feed here. You got that Smolder, you got this Echo, just got to get him there.
Yeah, we're actually seeing a Mumu bot here with some pretty big pressure out from Flash for Economy. So I would imagine we would see a gank here. We did clear vision. That is probably what's going to happen here in just a second.
Yeah, we see Poppy is down here though. Ken, if potentially look to come down, they're actually just going to reset those, spend their gold. Dwight Schrute going to continue peppering in these E's and these empowered Qs. Oh, this dude I know is super low here, and that's just another burn. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, the champ gonna get hit by the Amumu Q. They're gonna look for the double R, and they are gonna hit it. Puminja, the Q back in onto the Kai'Sa. That's gonna be a flash and a ghost away. Meanwhile, Lux having to flash away from the Echo. Echo going to get hit by the Luxar. A lot of damage coming through. They do have the Echo R if they want to take it back, but instead they're just going to walk it out, and that's gonna be first tower down here in the bot lane to the Smolder, to this Leona.
This is really good. We are gonna see the trade for the Rift Herald. Flash for Economy kind of showing really good objective control. They do have this Rumble who is incredibly fed to help them out with that. I'm excited. I think that, you know, you kind of get the Smolder in the mid. Just let him farm it out a little bit more. Just throwing out some, you know, some precautionary, some zoning bandages for the side of tactical feed. I'm excited for this Smolder late game if we can make it there. I think he'll be a problem. You know, he's got the 2-1. He's farming really well. We do see the Essence Reaver buy, so we are getting closer to that 125 mark as well, as we are at 105.
Now, I'm not as familiar with Smolder as I'm no AD carry player. I know there's some talk about like Essence Reaver build versus like it's like on hit. Like where does this champ, like in your mind, like I don't know if you've seen it a lot, as we're gonna see this Rift Herald crash into the mid lane. Might have to hold that thought. Billy in the vicinity. Looks like they're just going to try and break this mid tower. The champ could look for a hook. There's no way. Echo actually going to go in, and that's going to be a Smolder Art onto the Nautilus. Materium going in as well. They're going to knock some people back on the Poppy, but that's still going to be a kill over to the Leona. Poppy going to knock Echo into the wall. Going to get stunned out, and I believe we're going to walk the rest of this out. Dwight Schrute is coming down. Zach is here to match. That's going to be a tower mid lane, but a kill over to the red side.
Yeah, you would like to see that kill go on to Echo. Not the end of the world. You do kind of get some advantages getting the assist, and hopefully hopefully we can start seeing some kills go over to Smolder here in a little bit as well. But like you were saying, the Essence Reaver build is significant. I imagine he's going to go Navori here just to get his Qs off cooldown quicker. And then I believe the Essence Reaver is to help him with mana, is why he...
Gotcha. We see assignments coming back out. We see the bot lanes have transitioned mid. We see the mid laners have head towards the bot lane. And top laners still doing their thing. This Rumble is really strong, and these dragon fights in the future, when Dwight Schrute comes down to contest them, are going to prove to be a challenge, I think, for the red side. They're going to have to find ways to get a pick on Dwight Schrute. As we see bot lane walking up here top. Maybe they're looking to try and pressure this tower. Not quite going to get there. Just going to ping off some vision. We see Drag is coming up in about 50 seconds here.
I think that the Rumble being so far ahead, you're gonna need to pair up with this Nautilus just to get the most optimal R for yourself. Most optimal. What's his ultimate called?
The Equalizer.
Equalizer. Yeah, just to get the most optimal Equalizer possible. And you're gonna need to pair with this Rumble or this Nautilus rather, because in my opinion, kind of hard to get a good one. But maybe that's me coping for my own personal Rumble skill.
Yeah, we'll save that discussion for another time. I do agree, though. I think Dwight Schrute is the player to watch in this fight. They are so strong on this Rumble. They've got that Hexus Alternator, the Sork boots, the Leandries. This is a really strong player at the moment, and they just need that setup, whether it's the Poppy, it's the Lux, or it's the Nautilus. If someone gets them rooted up, that hook from Amumu almost going to catch him there. We are going to see a 5v5 here, so Tactical Feet do not want to give over that soul point, but that's going to be a Q onto the Amumu, and that's just going to be an instant pop. Brown Buddy Guy going to get the pick. Equalizer going to send them away, and that's going to be a dragon over to Flash for Economy, putting them on soul point.
Yeah, that's a rough place to be in. Getting caught by the Luxar. She does do a lot of damage. She does get her ultimate quite frequently with this Malignance. And just plus Lux are being on a short cooldown. It's just unlucky. 3 dragons over to the side of Flash for Economy now.
Yeah, the Tactical Feed gonna have to find a way to fight this soul. You'd have to imagine it is gonna be an Ocean Soul. Certainly a not fun soul to go up against when you're going up against things like the Poppy, the Nautilus, these tanky frontliners that can sit there and absorb, a lot of this damage coming out of the Smolder. Certainly, I think it'd be great as we see this dude I know look for some trading on a Dwight Schrute. If you can find a way to get this shutdown on the Rumble, send a couple people down, try to get maybe some gold on the Smolder, get some gold on this as Zakash going to E in. That's going to be a lot of damage coming through. The hook is going to hit. Dwight Schrute going to have to walk out as they're tanking the tower. It looks like Captain Turtle is going to take over the aggro, and that's going to be another kill over to this Rumble. Now it's 7-1 in the top lane.
Yeah, he's putting on a performance. If we player to watch right now for sure. See if you can get these equalizers in with, like I said, with this pairing with the champ. If he can get a good lockdown and a really good judge line, they will probably just explode with this Leandri's Storm Surge combo that the Rumble has gone for here.
I will say, coming into the series, I was not expecting a Rumble to come out of Dwight Schrute. You know, when I think of Dwight Schrute as a human, as an entity, I feel like they're more of a Nasus player, right? And hear me out, you know, big beats guy, big farmer, kind of antisocial, doesn't really want to like interact with people, right? Rumble kind of wants to get in your face and just burn you to death. Clearly proving me wrong, absolutely going crazy. We are seeing a lot of people walking topside here, all of Tactical Feed walking up. Poppy trying to get the scuttle, establish that vision, but everyone is lurking in this jungle.
I believe the key to your not expecting this Rumble pick was you obviously forgot Bears beats Battlestar Galactica, and that's what, you know, we got the Space Rumble, or what, I don't even know what Rumble skin. Yeah, Space Groove Rumble skin. So this is perfect.
So that does fit the Battlestar Galactica. We might see a Volibear top next game. That would fit the bear quota. I don't think there's any other bear champs.
Sejuani? Second? Bear skin.
It does have a bear skin.
Bear.
This issue also rides a Poro though. Depends on the skin.
Depends on the skin. I agree.
We see a little bit of a lull here. I feel like Flash for Economy are in the driver's seat right now. They're kind of just biding their time until this Soul in 2 minutes. You have this Rumble really strong. You have this Lux who's approaching 2 items. You've got the Poppy building that Cannon Brooker, and then looks like they're going the Hollow Radiance, I believe. So they don't have to necessarily force anything before this Dragon. Puminja gonna walk up. They're gonna be looking to fish, see if anyone looks at face check. This is some dangerous water material. You got to be careful. And that's going to... Oh, the Rumble E just going to miss.
I just want to clarify Times Legend in the chat saying Annie. There is Tibbers, of course, is a bear as well.
That's a great pull. Didn't even think of Annie.
I know, I didn't either.
I think the chances of seeing Annie top are pretty low.
True.
Baron start. This is going to burn down really quick with this Rumble, with this Lux. We see that they see that it's up. It's at about 8,000 health. Zach looking to get a massive E over the wall. Gonna just stay on it. We see Echo running. Smolder are going to hit several people. That's going to be Leona knocked out of the fight. Down to 4,000. Amumu's going to have to go in if they're going to look for it. They're going to go in, and that's going to be a Baron taken by the blue side. Massive Lux are coming through. Massive fight here in the middle of the map. Dwight Schrute is under a lot of pressure. Going to have to flash away. That's going to be a kill on the Amumu and on the Zach. Diving into Leona. They're going to try and get as much damage as they can out here. Billy going in onto the Kaisa. Having it our way. Smolder under a lot of pressure. That's going to be Echo flashing out. Having to leave the Leona. The burn on Rumble. And that is 4 kills and a Baron over to Flash for Economy.
Yeah, we're probably going to end up seeing an Ib hit taken up, as Smolder is the only champion alive. He is, just for a Smolder check, he is at 184, so we are only about 41 stacks away, but I'm not sure that, you know, wait, it's possible. The inhib can be taken down. Oh, we're actually just going to go straight for the soul. So I am, you know, the Smolder could get to 225, and, you know, we could see just an absolute change in the pressure, so...
Yeah, I mean, this Smolder is strong on those 2 items. You are going to have to give over this Ocean Soul, which is going to sting a little bit, but given where you're at right now, you just got to try and spoon feed the Smolder, get this Echo on a second item, really try and set up these carries that you have, because, yeah, once you, like you said, once the Smolder gets that, that execute point, it's a whole different ball game, and you can see they're giving over camps. They're allowing Smolder to just spoon feed, try and get there as quick as possible. I see a call out for Gnar. I'm not sure if Gnar counts as a bear. I think that's more of a dinosaur.
I think I agree as well. I'm more of like, what is he? The missing link? But yeah, I am seeing a caster compliment from a camp. Do you want to do this, or do you want me? Oh, well, actually, we'll save it for after the game. In between games, he has to be patient.
Oh, there you have it. Good things take time. Bear's going to give you one hell of a caster compliment when we are out of game here. We see the 1-3-1 kind of pressure. Interesting, Poppy clearing their camps, now starting to walk up. It looks like they're going to try and really pressure this top mid. Maybe try and get that top tier 2. Look to make a play kind of in this red side of the jungle. But you want to keep the waves in the mid lane.
Yeah, we're putting the pressure onto the Smolder, who is only 20 or 17 stacks away from this Elder Dragon buff that he gets on his Q. We're gonna see this top Rumble just take this top tier 2. No one can match him right now. This is the correct call. Just kind of like 3-2-4-1. You want to take out both of these inhibitors as soon as possible. Kind of put the pressure on. Try, maybe all look bot at the end of it. So just with this Baron buff at least.
I like this macro coming out from Flash for Economy. They're not just kind of all stacking up as one big 5 meatball. They're trying to pressure multiple lanes. They know Dwight Schrute is so strong, it's got to take multiple people as Leona going to get hard back into the pit. Smolder going to call out the mob, going to do some decent damage there. It is going to be the tower going down. Do they look to fight this here? Amumu looking to go in for the massive R, going to hit up on the champ. That's going to be an immediate pop. Luxar on the backline. This is the fight. This is the fight the Tactical Feet are looking for. So many low health bars there. Amumu's going to drop. Rumble now coming into the fray, going to start burning through the equalizer onto this Leona, onto this Echo, and this is going to be a burn onto Echo, and Feldroth going to fall for the clean ace. Dwight Schrute 5. Massive rumble this game, and I believe we are going to be heading into game 2 here.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's the... If you're Tactical Feed, you're like, all right, we'll ban away the Rumble next game, or, we're going to go blue side and say, hey, you have to ban away the Rumble, or we're just going to pick it. This Feldroth played a fantastic. He farmed really well. He got to that Elder Dragon. It was too late, unfortunately, but we can move past this. There are some good things that came here, good glimpses of looks. So I think you can go out with your head held high and kind of look, maybe draft a little bit more damage across the board. But other than that, I'm pretty impressed. I enjoy Tactical Feed. This is their first game in to the LBLCS, of course. So hopefully we can take this as that first game as a learning experience and kind of look forward to this next game and see what we can change up.
Just look at that Rumble damage, 30k on the Rumble for Dwight Schrute. I don't think we're seeing them get this champ again this series. We are going to sit here and wait for the tournament codes to get us into game number 2. So I think while we have the moment here, I do believe you have a caster compliment to cash in on a camp.
Okay. A camp. You are a fantastic co-host. With the economic collapse, you were 100% correct with I was skeptical about the Dwight Schrute first round pick. I'm gonna be honest, but you and he have absolutely proved me wrong. He had a fantastic game. You had a fantastic pick. I do enjoy the TikToks you send me every single day, most of the time, and I appreciate it.
I feel like the real important line there was the most of the time, which suggests that sometimes there's ones that a camp sends that just don't quite hit the mark. Is that accurate?
I mean, you can't be 100% all of it.
This is true.
That's unrealistic. Come on now. You can't send. I can't find everything funny that he sends me. That's just one that'll get to his head, and two, I just not all of it can be funny. He has different sense of humor than I do. It's okay.
This is true. I do see that this the Schmeckle betting was actually almost 50-50. So a lot of Schmeckles are going to be getting paid out here for those of you who backed Flash for Economy. We'll go ahead and cash this out while we have a moment here. Flash for Economy did win game number 1. Just got to double check real quick. Don't want to call it Schmecklegate 2. Not that Schmecklegate 1 ever happened, but...
What's that? I said an yeah.
Exactly. Prediction results are in.
I unfortunately lost all my Schmeckles, but that's okay, as I do pick up the Buggle approach by going all in every single time.
Yeah, don't listen to that guy when it comes to Schmeckle betting. It is, in fact, not the strategy. it is a little bit tricky, right? Because it doesn't matter how many times you're hot. If you mess up one pick, like weeks of effort go down the drain. So I did enroll in a Schmeckel course hosted by Bigfoot. He did kind of help steer me in the right direction. At one point last season, I was a lowly, 200 Schmeckel owner, and I'm now sitting at 185,000. So I'm not saying that Bigfoot's the man, but certainly not Buckleberry Finn. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I see another caster compliment. I believe this is a high alert player. Times Legend. I think I will defer to you on this one.
What? I feel like there is owner bias on this, so I'll defer it to you.
Well, I mean, I haven't gotten a chance to see a ton of Times Legends play. I do believe that they were on Serenity last season. I feel like I remember them playing like Cho'Gath, a couple of tanky boys in the top lane, and I believe you were given a little bit of coaching, right? Certainly haven't heard anything negative, right? Always appreciate positive members of the community, and are they starting for the high alert hijinks?
They are not. They
Oh,
are
that's right.
the
Pickle
sub
Hater's the starter.
to our semi subpar Pickle Hater 77. Love him to death. Times Legend is also a fantastic Quinn player. If you do want to pick up Quinn, he is the man.
All right, we'll hang out here for a moment. Hopefully, get the invite coming through from the champ. Let me inquire.
I want to quickly, while you inquire on this amazing journey of the tournament code, I just want to highlight quickly the macro play for Flash Tree Economy was superb. They played the Baron quite well. Obviously, having Dwight Schrute 5 so incredibly fed on this Rumble helped out a lot. I'm pretty I'm pretty impressed when it came to the macro, the 4-1 at the end, or 3-2, whatever they were doing there at the end. Was pretty nice. I think we had some good looks on the side of tactical feed. I would like to see maybe either a higher damage jungler, or maybe a poke support. Maybe not with pairing with Smolder, of course. I do like the Leona with Smolder. So maybe maybe a higher damage top or jungle is what I would like to see in this next game. How's it going over there?
Looks like I'm gonna have to reload my League of Legends client. Of course, got hit with the bug where if you try to join, it just tells you to reconnect on an infinite loop. So I am reloading my client. Small indie developer, of course. They gotta work out the kinks. Thankfully, the spectator bug maybe knock on wood, hasn't been as impactful as of late.
That's true. Knock on wood, though. I don't know if you hear that, but I knocked him. This is... Riot Games and I have... we have beef, but we don't have beef at the same time, because I obviously am addicted to their game, but their game and client is so poorly designed that it is upsetting. But no, Kato, just to highlight, you did not miss betting. The first game went over to the side of Flash Free Economy. I am catching the invite over to the lobby, so Less Forces game did not crash once again. But we are on to game 2.
Charles asking who's the favorite in this. Well, we're heading into game 2. Game number 1 was won by Flash for Economy, who it looks like are on the red side this time, as it looks like the side of Tactical Feed have opted to take blue. The way it works in the LBLCS is after game 1, the loser gets to pick which side of the map they would like. So switching it up here means I will have to switch around these logos here, of course. Do some voodoo magic on the stream. Very, very high budget here. And I believe...
Amazing. Amazing. Fantastic.
All right, we're just waiting
The
on some draft links, and I think we'll be good to go. Did we catch up on all the any bear facts, any caster compliments?
No, I don't think so. I think we're all caught up. I also just to point out, do you think Flash for Economy now in turn bans the Rumble? Ooh, can we get?
Yes, we were on the same wavelength. We do in fact need
Make
that
sure we
draft
get that.
links.
There we go. Make sure we do get this draft link. All right. All right.
All right, now we just gotta out with the old, in with the new, and it looks like we're just into it.
From tactical feed, once again, you can just leave up the Rumble. They don't ban it. You just B1 it. You say, hey, I think we can do better. We are gonna see this Lee Sin taken away from Captain Turtle. So I kind of want to see that. Maybe one day I'll get to watch it. But as of to this game, I will not.
Lee Sin's just one of those champs where, especially like if you're a good Lee Sin, it's really unfun to play against because you just know your limits. You know when to go for the kicks. You know when to invade. We see a lot of the same bans. I believe was Mordekaiser banned in the first three last time. That might be.
Was not. I believe that is new. I believe that's a takeaway. I think that's tactical feed actually opting to ban the Rumble this time. I would have liked to see because Flash for Economy would have probably had to ban it. So B1 here, I'll be excited to see what tactical feed has to pull out. They just said they don't want the Rumble, and that is.
So to answer your, as we're actually just gonna see the B1 Zac. We still have the flex. Could go back top lane. Could go jungle. Yes, as Bear mentioned in chat, this current game is like silver to gold with maybe a couple of plats or bronze trickled in. We do have 4 leagues that run at the same time that range in from this is the lowest of the 4. There's tiers in the commercial, which is like your plat-ish average. Your financial is the emerald-ish average. And then above that is executive, which is like diamond and masters. So a lot of leagues, lots of opportunity for anyone of any rank to play. Unless you're challenger. I think the LCS is calling for you at that point though.
True. We are gonna see this Poppy as a Zac enter. I'm assuming this Zac is a flex. It does kind of look like it's also a takeaway away from Captain Turtle. We are gonna see the Callista from Flash coming onto Red Face Beast. That is his most played champion.
Yeah, that was banned away game 1 with the Rumble and the Mordekaiser. Did leave it up this time, so Red Face Beast gonna get their signature Callista. We'll see what tactical feed's gonna look to pick bot, and I feel like that's a pretty good pick into Callista. You know, short range champion on the red side. Misfortune can patter you with Qs from long distance, try and just outrange through that early laning phase. Pair it with solid support, and I really like this.
Yeah, I think you tactical feed. If this was last game and they had the same comp, and that would have been a fantastic pick. They had a whole lot of setup. They had the Leona, the Amumu, and the Zac pick is going to be crucial. And we are, I mean, guys, if they said that Smolder can't do it, we'll just throw MF in there. Get the job done.
Yeah, I like the call so far from Tactical Feed. They're not saying that it was a draft problem. It was just Flash for Economy were on they had their foot on the pedal from moment 1, and Tactical Feed just think they've got the read this time on how to solve it. Braum going to be picked up. Really good pick into that Misfortune. Can block a ton of that R damage. And I believe, again, mismatched bans here. We're going to be seeing probably some mid lane and jungle from Flash for Economy while we see top lane and mid lane from Tactical Feed here.
This Zac, I believe, is a flex, though, for the side of Tactical Feed. Not sure. I'm wondering if they're kind of seeing what they want. They did ban Mordekaiser in the first couple and Rumbles. That kind of makes me inclined to think it's top. But I guess we'll see here on these B4 and these B5.
we will see as a Cho'Gath ban. I'm a big Cho'Gath enjoyer. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen Cho kind of in the spotlight. I'd like to see that come back someday. The Aurelion Soul ban coming back on the table. We'll see what the last ban here is for Tactical Feed, and I'm assuming we'll see either mid or top come out here for Flash for Economy.
Yeah, I would appreciate. Trundle's a really good pickup ban here. Trundle is something that can disrupt MF whether she goes Edge of Night or not. We are gonna see this Lux mid pick. I'm excited to see what Billy Butthole has to. Oh man, I am excited.
Just no time wasted. Action gonna be the move this time. Gonna look to play aggressive with those autos, early pressure the Lux, and it's gonna be a Yorick top this time.
This is something that this dude I know is pretty proficient on. We are gonna get to see this R5 counter pick. I would love to see something with a dash, try to get out of that Yorick cage. I can appreciate this. You can kind of team fight already with the Zac, the MF, and Leona. They're saying we don't need a top laner. We just put them in a lane, and we'll handle it from there. I love it. Jack's answer into the Yorick, really good matchup. Less Force is redeeming a Bear fact with Bear because I don't know, because he wants to get to know me a little bit better.
I think we all do.
Let me think of a good one for you.
While you're doing that, I do like the Jax pick a lot. Can be a late game carry, can survive early against this Yorick. I do really like that pick, and we saw Dwight Schrute was proficient on the Rumble last time. We'll see how they are on an 80 bruiser this time.
So I'm going to tell you about my hobbies. I have quite a few hobbies. I have 3 that pretty much encapsulate who I am. So first off, I collect Wheaties boxes. I have about 40 different Wheaties boxes. It ranges from my oldest, which is from 1989. It still does have the original cereal in it. And then obviously I have the newer ones with JJ Watt. On top of that, I also collect Pokemon cards. I am trying to put together the original 151 Pokedex for the original Pokemon cards. I have about 60. And then on top of that, my third one, I do collect sneakers. So I am a sneakerhead. I have Air Jordan 1s, 3s, 4s, Air Force 1s, vintage dunks. I have 2 pairs of vintage dunks from 2003 and 2004.
A lot of hobbies. Oh, look at that. Linoleum in chat asking, what cards do you need? You've told me you've got some cool ones.
I do have some pretty cool ones. I have a whole list. I have the spreadsheet. If you DM me after the stream, I will send you the spreadsheet of what cards I need. But we're getting pretty close. Holy smokes. I love Linoleum. But yeah, I will figure it out exactly, and I will send you the spreadsheet of my amazing 151.
Linoleum, great guy. Did almost try to beat me up when we met in Raleigh last year. Because, of course, I was doing the power rankings for commercial, and I did rank him towards the bottom of mid laners, which was only because he had just switched to the mid lane role from AD carry. That being said, great dude to hang out with, him and Zelius, and really all those naughty dogs. It was a good time. Yeah, see, and there it is. It's just like I picked the scab, and it's just rehashing old wounds. You were the best Jinx mid in the LBLCS that season. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's a pretty, that's at least you're the best at something. Less Force ranked me number 2 my first season in the LBLCS the entire time. So, and second's just the first loser. That's how I feel about it. And so I have beef with Less Force 2, Lino. So it's okay.
I think just about everybody had beef with those rankings that season. Most people found something to complain about. And that is kind of the drawback when you do a ranking style format. Have learned my lesson. But you may have been the first loser in the top lane rankings, but you did win the championship that season, right? And I feel like there was somebody who like called it out in like a write up or something. They said that this team was a legitimate threat. I can't quite remember, but
Yeah, I don't know who that was. I can't even remember. Yep, doesn't come to mind. Name doesn't come to mind.
good call, Kato. I thank you for saying the rankings were fine. That's why we picked you up this season.
Prediction.
Yes, we have about 3 minutes here, so why don't we go ahead and get set up with the predictions for game number 2.
What predictions you got here, Les Force? Because since you're sitting up, you cannot bet, obviously. What team do you think is gonna win? What comp do you like?
Well,
hear it.
so here's the thing, right? And I have this presence where I will give this analysis for why I think a team is going to win, and then all of a sudden 40,000 schmeckles will get bet on the other team. So I don't know if I want to necessarily rig the vote. Let me finish typing this in, and I will give my thoughts here as we'll do another 5-minute bet. All right. Yes, there is the prediction. My thoughts. I look at red side, and I just have to ask myself, can the Jax handle the Yorick in the split lane push? Because this dude I know, you probably didn't pick the Yorick to team fight. You probably picked the Yorick to just get grubs, push that top wave, and try and end the game that way. So it's really a lot of pressure on Dwight Schrute, I think, to kind of stop that. And I think if I have to pick, I think we're going to game 3. I think Tactical Feed are going to pick up this game number 2. We're going to see a massive Misfortune performance, and we're going to get the grudge match.
I am very okay with that. Also, Lord Chieftain in the chat, if you guys didn't watch from the Tuesday game that I participated in casting with, Lord Chieftain was a menace, going 44, 10, and 17 in 2 games. It was insanity. It was insanity. It was Raven. It was Jin. 23, 21 kills. It was ridiculous.
I was talking with Voodoo Mama Juju after that series, and I'm not totally sure on what part of their draft I hated the most. Whether it was the Aftershock Scion Ghost jungle, if it was the Jin Ignite mid lane. Ultimately, I decided that the thing I hated the most was the Glacial Fiddlesticks top. But watching the game, there were some pretty nasty Fiddlars out of vision, getting on that Aphelios, I think it was. Certainly kind of proved me wrong a bit.
That was an crazy, insane, absolutely. I had the best time watching that. That was amazing cast. I wanted it to go to 3 games. No offense, Team Italy, but how can I not want content?
How can you not want content? So well said. As we are now into the game loading, gives me a little bit of time to try and set up the logos here. Of course, we loaded so quickly. Nobody with a bad PC in this game. Let me go ahead and get us set up with all the bells and the whistles, and then I will switch these logos over.
Also, let me know what your time is.
I am at 22, 23, 24,
okay,
25.
Perfect.
All right, we see this time again, Flash for Economy going with a 5-man unit. They're going to try and walk in, maybe get some vision. Veldroth in a bit of a rough spot. If you get hit by this Braum Q, it's going to spell trouble. Going to walk this out. DeChamp spots him. They're going to maybe fish for it. Ultimately, they're not going to throw it. They get the ward on the red. Going to hit that Q, but Veldroth is far enough away to where they can just walk it off. Mission successful.
Mission successful. I think that you're kind of looking at Callista. You kind of want to duel early. MF, you kind of want to wait for this level 6R. So it'll be exciting to watch Tactical Feed kind of, hopefully play safe in the bot lane here. It does look like Zach is going to be pathing down there. Maybe get this MF ahead around level 3. Maybe put this Kalista behind, as Kalista does want to, kind of snowball early. But I do want to mention once again, Red Face Beast is a very snowbally player. If he gets ahead, he gets ahead 17% more than players his rank. So I will be interested to see what this Kalista can do.
You love early game picks like that. Neither bot lane giving a leash. A little interesting as a Q gonna swing wide there. A good intimidation Q. I do really like the Leona into Braum as it does feel pretty good. You block with the E. You try to CC him as Jack's gonna pop that E. A little bit of a slower start here.
Yeah, you can appreciate these kind of things. It does look like level 2 will spell a little bit of trouble on the side for Tactical Feed. We are going to see this trade mid. Just Kalista things, just Kalista Braum things. Don't want to give over too much of a lead. I have seen like these clips of Yorick doing Baron at 20 minutes by himself. So I'm going to be pretty excited to see if that's going to happen this game. I would like to take the over on it.
A little bit of trading going on here top. Yorick going to just run down Dwight Schrute. Those ghouls not messing around. Definitely like to see the bounce back from this dude I know. Certainly just shaking off last game. The champion walk up, hit that cannon, traded back by Materium, who I thought looked pretty good on this Leona game number 1. Certainly had some good engages, picked up several kills. And we see both junglers are here around this top side.
Yeah, I would appreciate... it does look like the Zach did steal all of Poppy's camps in the top lane. So that is going to put her behind quite a bit. As Zach's going to look to path down to this bot side. I can appreciate that. That's a really good invade, really good read by Pumincha here. So
it is a good read. Poppy could look to invade on this red side, though. Got that reset off, got the early Ruby Crystal. They know that Zach doesn't have those bot side camps as a good Q there. Pop and into Red Face Beast. Got this early CS advantage.
I'm going to say this with the most love possible. You did forget.
Yeah, I do see that. I'm gonna wait for a lull state because I will have to swap over to switch them. It's not quite letting me move over to that other monitor, so we're gonna wait till a lull state.
Hopefully a pause. Can we ask for a
yeah?
pause?
Hopefully a pause. I promise the abbreviations are correct though. Flash for Economy is on red. Tactical Feed is on blue. I did get that in time.
Look, guys, it happened. Shout out Curbs. That is the Scud's top winner, Serenity. So thank you for the
Captain Turtle looking for the gank here. Billy just gonna be able to swing it off. Gonna be nice and safe. And Zach was able to protect their bot side camps too.
I love the action pick here because I enjoy watching action, but I unfortunately did fall victim to the auction this pass in my games. So I am currently having a traumatic watch. So,
but it's not action top.
That's true. If you guys don't know, I did play Gangplank into Akshan top into my games. That was miserable, in case you didn't know. I also got Dove level 4. So, I'm not salty, I promise.
Good prio here again from Captain Turtle. They are hashtag grubbing it up. Rotation over from the Jacks, and Zach pathing away means this is just going to be a 3 grub angle. But look at this from red side. They are setting up the dragon. They are starting this up. So that's going to be an even trade this time. Whereas last game, I believe that Flash for Economy also got the first dragon. So I love this this adaptation from Tactical Feed.
I don't know if you saw this, but Buggle is compensating for you right now in the chat, saying it is hard to remember to switch the logos while casting.
There are, in fact, a lot of things to switch. We did get it on the draft, as we see the ghouls getting popped out here, and they're just going to be running down Dwight Schrute there in the top lane. But yeah, we just loaded into the game too quickly. It's just these guys have just all $3,000 gaming rigs, and nobody slowed down for a second. Only solution.
Only solution. Agreed. It's actually the player's fault.
It's the player's fault for having good equipment.
Yep, we did nothing wrong.
Slower game here, no kills yet. 6:30 into the game, a little bit, maybe some caution coming out from Tactical Feed, trying to avoid that early deficit they found themselves in game number 1. Maybe Flash for Economy looking to just play a little bit slower, let the Jack scale up, get to a spot, and they did get the 3 grubs. So I think they're chilling even without early kills, as that MF poke is quite potent. And there's a bear fact for you.
There is a bear fact done by Ferox. Ferox, I don't know if you've been around, but today we're doing bear facts. And it's really just about myself. So you're just going to get a fact about myself. Let me think here. My favorite. Let's do. Let me wait until after this trading happens. Okay, so my favorite, like, I don't. What's not genre of food? What's like the? What's the word for that?
We'll have to hold that bear fact as Zach gonna come in to champ, gonna be able to flash W in. The ignite is ticking, and they're gonna be able to give that kill over to Feldroth. First blood to the Misfortune. And meanwhile, on the top side, Dwight Schrute has had enough. He used the dash already. He is trapped inside there with the Maiden. He is fighting for his life. This dude I know gonna walk it off, and Dwight Schrute won the battle against the Maiden.
Okay, once again, not genre feud. I don't know why I'm thinking of genre. Like what the type of food?
As soon as someone says the word in chat, because I'm also now struggling to think of the word that you're thinking of, because you've got you got American, you've got Italian,
yeah, that's what I mean. Okay, so that my favorite one of those is Mexican. I love Mexican food, and if you ask me my order from any Mexican restaurant, it is a probably some type, either fajita nachos, because I do love fajita nachos, or I do like a good enchilada.
Bear fact brought to you by Ferox, one of the best members of the TV organization, the LBLCS in general. Dwight Schrute gonna pop that E, gonna get a lot of damage off to this dude I know. Not quite in kill range yet though. Believe Ferox just came back from a trip out of the country. Heard they had a great time. Spent a couple weeks. Not exactly sure where they went, but heard it was a blast. And we see some scuttle warfare in this top side. And I've got 10 seconds. Thank you, Zodiac. That's only fair from yesterday. So you've got the floor for 10 seconds.
I just wanted to make sure that Ferox was taking. It is just types of different cuisines. We are going to see this Poppy W stop this engage, but Zach is here. It looks like we do have York coming down. As we are going to see the scuffle. Oh, we see the action swing in the back. He is looking to kill this Lux. Poppy ult is going to save the Lux, get him out of there. Dwight Schrute is taking a lot of these damages. This is a really long fight. I hope Less Force is almost done so he can do.
Less Force is done, and I can come back in, and of course that's right as it ends. 1-0 is the ultimate result of that fight. Yeah, I don't know. It was one of those spots where I thought maybe it was going to die down. I could jump in, and it just never died down.
I am now officially out of breath.
Play-by-play is hard. It is definitely.
It's 1-0, by the way, Zodiac. You also forgot to fill up the coriander.
Yeah, well, and yes, that is in fact a true statement. We are getting people on it as soon as there's a pause. I promise we will get that in order. Kalista are going to come through. They're going to knock up Dwight Schrute or out. York in the top side. Flash over from Poppy to knock York into the wall. That's going to be a kill over to the Kalista. And this fight is mayhem. That is going to be a low Zach. Leona trying to knock up the Poppy. And that's going to be a kill over to the Action. Action is CC though. Kalista just going in. Redface is going to get a double kill there. And that's going to be another kill over to the Zach. Kalista just pampering in these autos. Going to flash away. Oh, but the Leona E is going to hit. And that's going to be a kill over to Manterium. Dwight Schrute here. Not going to quite be able to run them down. Going to pick up that grub. Ultimately, those low health bars getting out.
Materium with a long distance E. Holy smokes. We are going to look up to pick up this last grub. This is a little risky, but it is okay. Looks like we're not going to have any punishment here. This dude I know is going to walk down just in case. That was a crazy fight. A lot of things happened. Callista picking up the 2 kills is really good. Zach did get 2 of those kills in that fight. Akshan picked up 1. MF could, farmed really well. That is the trade-off when you go up to grubs as the ADC. MF just stays in lane. She is going to pick up 2 plays. She's going to pick up a CS by herself. But, Callista got it back in blood. So.
That they did. Dragon is up. It looks like Flash for Economy going to look to even out the drag counter. And they did come away with 2 of those 3 grubs. So it's, and again, going to be 5-1 in favor of Flash for Economy.
Yeah, it looks like we're just going to give, hopefully. Yeah, MF and Zach are walking from base. It looks like it is just going to go straight over to Flash for Economy. This is really good. This is going to be a really close game. We do have the 1,000 gold favor. Materium is just going to come check it out. Kind of say what's up. Check out that Callista. I don't know what it's called. The W, I think.
You mean the Rend or the little ghoul that they spawn out? Yeah, there's actually a lot of ghouls in this game. I think Charlie would be a big fan. Got the Yorick, got the Callista.
I thought you were calling the ghoul. I thought the ghoul was Charlie, the Callista.
No. I believe that. I believe Charlie is. Yeah, I believe. I believe he's a fan of ghouls. I'm trying to remember because he dislikes people's knees. Big fan of Milksteak. Dwight Schrute gonna go in here. Gonna again get trapped in the cage. Gonna have to auto it and then just gonna pummel this maiden. Billy gonna look to go in here. The E is down. The W is down, but not too bad there if you're the Lux. Meanwhile, Redface Beast gonna try and stun Metherum into the wall. That's gonna be a knock up. Zach looking to go back in, but a massive Poppy W. But the Callista grab. That's going to be a slowed up fight, and Redface Beast trying to get this last kill on Metherum, and that's gonna be a double kill for Flash for Economy, or a triple kill, double kill for MF, and that's 3 kills for nothing for Tactical Feed.
Oh my gosh, Feldroth with a flash to get Callista. Received, I believe, a shutdown? No shutdown. But holy smokes, this MF is showing, we kind of opted into the Smolder last game. We picked MF kind of with a similar comp, and it is working out for them in lane at least. This will be a really big team fight difference, I think, when it comes to the MF, so.
Yeah, definitely. This time around, early gold lead in favor of Tactical Feed. 8-3 is the kill count. You still have the grubs, you still have the even dragon, so certainly things are not, in disarray for Flash for Economy, but you're in definitely a different game state than you were at game 1.
Yeah, it's exciting. We are going to see the Rift Herald started. Leona is on her way. It looks like MF is going to end up mid. Akshan's going to go bot. We might see a scuffle here, or we might just see the Rift Herald given over.
Ooh, Action looking to fight. That's a lot. Big minion wave, though. Callista going to go towards the tower. Billy doing as much damage as he can with the swing. Does the Ren kill? Yes, it does. Redface Beast picking up the solo kill.
And just to note that the Rift Herald did go over to the side of Flash for Economy. So that's a really big pickup for them. Hopefully we'll see it used probably mid, or we'll use it bot to try to get Callista over to the mid lane.
Yeah, certainly Callista just got paid there, getting these couple waves for free, getting a lot of damage off on this turret. You have those 5 grubs, certainly nothing to scoff at. You've got the Rift Herald. Meanwhile, though, a TP coming in from the Action. Does Redface Beast know that it's there? Looks like they're going to walk it away. Billy trying to play covert. Feldrop, really impressed with what I'm seeing so far. Even game 1, bit of a tough game state on the Smolder. They played really well, I think. And then this time, 3-0-1 on this Misfortune. Puminja, 3-0-4 on the Zac. Very good bounce back performances.
I think that if we could kind of like bait out the Poppy W to Zac, or Leona could make a big a big impact with, you know, kind of jumping on a Callista, jumping on Lux. Hopefully the Solar Flare can help them out. But this Braum shield, I worry that the Braum shield is going to eat the entire MF ult.
Yeah. Ooh, Red-Faced Beast actually gonna throw throw Braum into the MF. She's gonna be able to run it off with her W, the name that I can't quite think of, the one that gives the movement speed. Billy holding down the mid lane. Callista actually gonna get eat on by the Leona. Just gonna look to walk this one out. A lot of damage coming through, but good. The aftershock plus the W, gonna be able to walk it off.
We do see Zach hovering here. We could look for something. There is not any vision in that. It is looking like he spotted on something. Maybe the Callista Ghoul caught him. I am not too sure. But that is kind of what it looks like. I want to see them fight this dragon in about 20 seconds here. Hopefully we can start looking at that as we push out mid. You know, Billy's down here. We do have no York TP, but hopefully he can just keep Jax up there.
Billy dashing into this Lux, gonna be able to just walk it out. We do have dragon spawning right about now, so the question will be, do we see a fight over it? Right now the Rift Herald is getting popped mid. Flash for Economy looking to crash this mid turret. This is such a huge objective to get in any game. So many games are won with the assistance of having that E. Oh, meanwhile, Misfortune gonna R, try and kill that wave, but we're actually gonna look up in the top lane. York gonna have to flash away. Does Dwight flash in? He flashed in under the turret. He's taking the tower aggro. He's going to have to trade this. I don't know if the Triumph by the slimmest of margins. Dwight Schrute with the solo kill. Looks like nobody died, but DeChamp under a lot of duress here. That was a good knock-up. Zach going in with the flash. Didn't hit the E, though, and that's going to be a Poppy R out. Sends them both away, and that looks like it's going to be the objective prio to Flash for Economy. Does Zach look to get back in here? They don't. They do have the ult. They don't have the flash. No flash on Misfortune, and there are some low health bars. That the Braum in particular looking a little weak. It looks like Zach's going to go back in. That's going to be an E. Great W there for Captain Turtle. And they're trying to get it on this Braum. Massive damage coming through, but a massive Luxar hits all four. The Zachar going crazy. That's going to be a kill over to Poppy. Billy going in the back line. He's going to get a res off. Feldrath having to flash away from Brown Buddy Guy. They're trying to kill this Lux in on the side, but Red-Faced Beast, meanwhile, going to kill this Action. Brown Buddy Guy is so low, but Zach gonna get proc the pass from Feldrath, going to walk into the Callista and the Jax. Zach is going to respawn, but quickly get taken out here by the Callista, and that should be dragging over to Flash for Economy.
There were some, there were some really big plays out there. Red-Faced Beast lost the rend in the middle of that, had to auto the action down. Maternum has some pretty good looks, a really good solar flare onto the Poppy. As we are going to see the Red-Faced Beast kind of poke him down, use the rend there to kind of get him to half HP. He will just back. Jax is going to get this tier 1 tower on the side.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, the gold lead has shifted. It is now about 1,000 in favor of Flash for Economy, but that is like a 3,000-ish gold swing that we've seen. This mid turret is so low, doesn't look like anyone's going to get that local gold, but that is going to be mid tier 1 cracked for Flash for Economy.
This is good. You can start to put a little bit more pressure on these sides, kind of walk into their jungle a little bit more. We are going to see this dude I know is going to opt into walking away. He probably could have grabbed that shower, but it probably would have cost him his life.
Some top laners love to make that trade, but I love the recognition from this dude I know. Gonna walk it off, look to just keep collecting waves. I don't know what the build is that you have to go on Yorick to do the solo Baron at 20 minutes. I feel like I see Eclipse on Yorick. Do you know what the tech is?
I think it's something like Eclipse Sorrel does, and like I think you can do it at 20 when you have that, but I am not entirely sure. It's something like, I know it's Eclipse and Sorrel does. I'm not sure if there's a third item in there though.
I would respect this York so much if they just went for the 20-minute Baron. Just throw caution to the wind. It is worded, so unfortunately it wouldn't be. I don't know if they'd be able to finish it, but you'd have to respect the gall.
Yeah. I'm all for sending a message.
Let's see here. Looking across the map here, Callista really strong, has those 2 items, and is building a Giant's Belt. I am trying to think of what Callista's looking to build there. I'm not super familiar with the ADC paths, but they're certainly looking to be a little tanky to go along with...
If I had to guess, I think you're looking to do Randuin's, because the MF crits.
Ethereum gonna have to flash out, hit the blast cone, but did flash out for their safety. Better safe than sorry. With the Baron up, you don't want to give them a 5v4 fight.
I kind of want to see like this really big stack happen. Put York bot.
Oh wait, Captain Turtle might be caught out here. This is a 5-man brigade looking to go in on this Poppy. The Poppy are going to knock the Leona and the Zac away, and all of a sudden there's only 3. Your front line has been knocked away. Massive play there from Captain Turtle.
I honestly think that's really good for them. They burn the Poppy R, so once they get on top of them, there's no way for them to get out. Nor way to send them out, rather. Just kind of protect maybe the Lucas or the Callista. This could be a massive time for aggression for Tactical Feed.
Certainly could be a look. You do still have that Brahmar, which can cause a lot of havoc in the disengage. I feel like a lot of these fights just end up with 4 or 5 people kind of meatballed on top of one another. Zac gonna look to get the scuttle, get the vision prio. Drags up in a minute 30, and we'll see kind of where the battle lines are drawn. Do they look to force a Baron? Do they look to try and match the dragon count? Do they look to get to soul point? A lot of answers here in the next minute.
I think if you're on the side of Flash for Economy, you're okay with trading this second or this 4th drag soul for the Baron. I think you can look, maybe force something, make them walk into you because of this Brahmar and this Poppy, the Poppy W. I think that you can look for it.
You certainly can look for it. I will say I think I do like the prospect of Mountain Soul a lot for Flash for Economy. With that Misfortune being as strong as it is, being able to have that shield for a potential R could be a big difference maker. Looks like Tactical Feed is going to sit around this Baron, and they're going to look to actually make the call and go for the Baron as opposed to Dragon.
There is no vision around, so Dwight Schrute's got to be careful here.
And Dwight Schrute gonna meet the entire team of Flash for Economy. Gonna flash away. I don't know if they have the damage to finish this up. Billy gonna shoot the R, gonna do a lot of damage, but that is gonna be walked off. And Flash for Economy has started to walk up here, but now they're heading back towards the Dragon.
I think you're just gonna see a dive happen here. We'll see how this goes out. Well, Dwight Schrute at least trade 1.
Dwight Schrute gonna fight valiantly, but the CC is too much on the side of Tactical Feed, and that's going to be a kill. That's going to be a massive shutdown over to the Misfortune. 550 gold on top of the kill, and this is going to be a Baron look. 4v5. You have Braum in the vicinity looking to get some wards. They have vision of it. They know that Tactical Feed is on this, but I don't think that they have the bodies to get over here in time. Misfortune action doing so much damage to this objective. Lux is starting to walk over, and I think that this is just going to be an objective trade.
Will we see the Lux steal? Oh, it was at 10-20. I saw the angle. It was a valiant effort. You just trade over the drag soul. Like you said, the Mountain Dragon is very good for the side of Flash for Economy here. With this MF being so fed, she did opt in for the Zereldas into this build path. This R is going to hurt a lot.
Yes, it certainly will. I do think that for Tactical Feed, this trade-off, it has to come with some type of map pressure. You have to, by letting them get to that soul point, you have to really kind of build up your gold advantage here in the next couple minutes. Get some of this standing gold, get a good fight on your terms, get that gold differential to a spot where you feel good about fighting that future soul. We see reinforcements coming mid. Gonna wait for more minions to come.
I think I like the idea of the 1-3-1 with the Yorick. I'm also okay with trying to maybe look for a play here, but I think the 1-3-1 could really benefit them. Akshan has a lot more side lane pressure than Lux. Yorick could match the Jax as he does have that Titanic, so it would be hard.
Poppy are gonna knock out Feldroth and Puminja. They're gonna just have to walk this back. No further follow-up though. They should be able to continue pressuring this mid if they want. We do see Action kind of hanging around in the back. Looks like they're gonna maybe take Raptors, walk their way bot, and Yorick just trying to get that wave in top.
Yeah, Patrick Economy is putting up their best effort, trying to protect this. We are gonna see the Oh, Zach Arm is not going to pull it as far as I thought it would. We are going to see the 5-man here. This cannon is just going to slap down.
Ooh, Feldroth got caught by that good heal, saving themselves. Good route there from Brown Buddy Guy. Forces out that summoner. And we do see now Action is pushing out that bot wave. But look top, Jax is sending the fight back. Dwight Schrute is denying this York split push, which is such a strong factor. When you have that hull breaker, you want to be in these side waves. You want to be pressuring these objectives. But no one is answering Billy in the bot lane.
Yeah, Billy's got to be careful here. If he gets picked, it could look bad. It does look like he is going to back. He's not going to stick around for too much longer. The minions will whittle away at that bot tier 2. I just want to appreciate the farm. real quick. MF 216, Callista 190, Jax 232, York 214. This team is farming well.
They're farming pretty well. We are going to see this mid tower drop. That's the first objective going down with the Baron. I don't think we have a ton of time left on the Baron. Perhaps another wave or two. I would love if they were able to get one more objective, but they're looking to maybe walk out here bot, maybe get this tier 2. The Lux is in kind of a sticky spot, and the reinforcements are coming in behind Brown Buddy Guy. Looks like Leona is going to go in. Hopefully Direct Cam will show us, and that is going to be a Leona Q into the kill for Feldroth, and they're going to continue this push bot.
Yeah, it's a really good look. Callista is answering. We are going to see the TP from Action. It will go off. So tier 2 mid tower looks like it might still fall. It did still fall. This York is going to try to stop this Jax from pushing. MF is going to get the solo gold for the bot tier 2. So that is 675 over to the MF's pocket. We're looking at, she's got about 2,000 gold in the pocket. She is going to back and finish an item.
Yeah, Dwight Schrute gonna fight these ghouls. Just keep this pressure on. That's what you have to do against the Yorick, a Trundle, Garen. These things that just want to split push nonstop. Is keep the waves in a spot where it's gonna take time. You don't want those minions on your side of the map. Jack's gonna have to walk this out. You gotta be careful. You don't see Zach. You don't see Action. Our next objectives are up in a minute. You do have that soul. Dwight Schrute may be in trouble here. Knock up there from Puminja, and the Billy gonna come in with the R. And despite the flash, that's going to be a pick. 45 seconds on the drag. You do have TP, so they can fight this soul. But meanwhile, Redface Beast getting caught up by the Leona. That's going to be a flash away and a cleanse. You got to walk out here for your Leona. Good flash away. Going to try and just lock it up. The champ going to get knocked in, and Materium is going to get knocked up, and Feldrum is going to get caught. Double kill for Flash for Economy, and that looks like it might be the soul for Red side.
Yeah, got a little hasty on the side of Tactical Feed. York is going to start pushing this top lane. Hopefully look for this tier 2 to kind of get some gold back. But yeah, this soul is just going to be, unless we see a miracle play from Puminja here, it is just going to go straight over to Flash for Economy. It looks like the champ wants to protect it with his life. Yeah,
Zach is one of those champs that can go for the hero play. The champ trying to fight for his life. Good are there from the Poppy to keep him out. Does Zach look for it? Because the problem here is that if you don't get this, you're potentially giving up the Baron. Yorick is TPing down. They're looking to fight this. It's at 1200, but the drag has already been taken. This dude I know looking to come in. Zach gonna try and jump in. Hits up to champ. He gets the double Q. Gets knocked in. And Puminja in a lot of trouble here. Maiden doing as much damage as they can. Zach has to flash away. Yorick in a lot of trouble. That's gonna be a kill. A shutdown over. And that's gonna be a kill in the Action. And the Zach pass was popped. Kalissa looking to pick this one up. And that is soul and 3 kills over to Flash for Economy as this Baron's coming up in 15 seconds.
Oh, we are gonna see a disconnect. Maybe a pause shortly. There it is. Now quickly fix the logos.
We do have a pause.
Moment. I will focus on kind of what's happening right now. So we are going to see probably the Baron come out unless MF and Leona can kind of pull their efforts and kind of stop it. Braum ult should just be able to eat the MFR. Also, less force while I am rambling. Don't forget to fill the coriander.
Yes, absolutely.
Lachlan, to answer you, it is currently 1-0 to the side of Flash for Economy. This is game 2. Rather close one, I may say. We're kind of only seeing like a 200 gold difference. It will expand when we get this Baron down. So I'm excited. Um, these this is a really close game. I would love to see, York kind of hard stick a side lane, kind of walk it down, keep Jax there, and just not move. MF can handle this team fight as long as Zach and Leona can look onto these, these carries, this Lux, this Kalista. We can see a really big, some pretty big fights.
All right, there. I believe that we have swapped the sides. We've added the bottle. Only took about 5 seconds. I've been thrown a yellow card in chat. I don't know how to react to that from my captain, my captain, Zodiac, who had a wonderful cast yesterday with LeChance. Go back and check out that series, Barbecue Boys versus Team Popo, if you didn't get a chance to catch it live. We're on day 4 of consecutive streams here to kick off the season, and I believe we have some more coming in tomorrow, as I believe we'll be hearing from Popoba. More to be heard later on that one.
Yes, we all do love Popoba and his waffle.
Yes, indeed. Let's see. Go ahead.
What do you? I'm gonna ask you a quick. What do you think that Flash for Damage or Flash for Economy? My apologies. Needs to do here to kind of utilize the Baron that they're looking to path to.
So I think that Flash for Economy, assuming that they fight for this Baron and assuming that they get it with the Zac down, I think that they can really look to do like a 1-3-1, but kind of in a sense of where like Lux just ults bot, clears the wave, pushes tower. Jax is really strong, and despite that Hullbreaker on the Yorick, I feel like Dwight Schrute can hold their own in the top lane in a one-on-one. And then this Kalista, Braum, Poppy has that pick potential on anybody who shows up mid. We do see the reconnect coming through, so I do think we will be in game here shortly. We're just waiting for some R's to come through in chat. I certainly think you could also have the Lux just mid and just have Jax apply solo pressure. But if you're going to do that, I'd probably send your big 4-man unit bot. Try and like spread your guys out so that Tactical Feet have to like make that call. There's the R's, and we are getting unpaused here. And you've been given a yellow card too.
I was? Oh, for what? What did I do? We are gonna see an extended pause at the 0 timer. I don't think that's how a timer works, but this is a small. I will.
We may have fixed the scoreboard, but at what cost? There we go.
There's
the champ gonna heal up. They're gonna clear out this vision, and that should be a Baron over to Flash for Economy. We do have the client close there for a second, but we are back. Baron is being taken up, and with no Zac, no Yorick, no action, this should just be an objective over to Flash for Economy.
Yeah, it seems pretty easy. They're not going to go for it. They're not going to contest it. It's really all about defense now. Can this Zac, can this Leona find the big picks to get these Barons off of these players, and then looking to kind of take an inhib, take some towers down? Or can, this Poppy and this Jax and this Braum really protect this Kalista? Hope it pops off. The Randuin's buy, once again, amazing insight. It's just a great buy. The MF does all the damage, the action, both crit champions, both main sources of damage. It's a great purchase.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what the Giant Spell ended up building into. Not quite the Heart Steal that I was told by chat at one point. Braum should go the Mikhails. Certainly a lot of CC that could, be a solid option for the champ. This Kalista is quite strong. Jax, I feel like, is pretty strong. We do see them going with that 4-1, trying to break this mid lane. Zac is hovering around, though, looking for angles. And speaking of angles, he's going to go in. Poppy W going to knock him up. There isn't anything for him to grab on with the Q. And meanwhile, Jax is getting that tier 2 top, and Puminja has to run for the hills here.
Yeah,
Ooh, and that's going to be a
looking
Calista
at-
R in, and that is just so much damage coming through on that Luxar. Pominja immediately goes down. Captain Turtle going to knock up the Misfortune R, and Leona going to catch Captain Turtle under tower. They're taking so much damage. The champ coming in. Redface Beast playing aggressive. That's going to be a kill on the Fell Drop. Billy Butthole is the last one. That is going to be another kill. Ethereum getting hit off by the Braum passive, and that's going to be another kill. And all that's left is this dude I know, and he's going to fight valiantly with the Maiden. Dwight Schrute going under tower, taking the turret aggro. They're all diving under the tower, and that's going to be a full ace and a clean 2-0 series for Flash for Economy.
Yeah, that's quadra kill picked up by Redface Beast. He showed that he is proficient on the Callista, ladies and gentlemen. That was a really big fight. Really good insight on that Poppy, the Poppy headbutt to stop the MF ult. You make the big boy plays. You make the big boy plays, you get paid the big boy butts. That's what happens. So he showed that he deserves his paycheck here. That was amazing. Fantastic series. Could have went both ways. Both super close games.
Yeah, absolutely. A good start here to the season for Flash for Economy. They start off their season with a victory. And for Tactical Feed, I mean, there's a lot. Again, I believe this is their first time playing in the LBLCS, so, first time in kind of that competitive setting. I think Veldroth played really well in both games. I think that Pominja had some really good looks on the Zac this game. I think Materium had some massive engages as well. So certainly nothing to scoff at. I think both teams played really well, and it was a great start here for Economy this season. That being said, I do... let's see here. If anyone from Flash for Economy is hanging around and listening and would like to do a super brief interview, I do like the idea of, getting the winning team, asking a couple questions, just seeing... kind of getting their thoughts post-series. So if you would like to participate, we'll give it a minute. If anyone pops into community, I'll drag you up for just a couple questions. Don't want to keep you guys too long here, but since we only went to 2 games, we will give it a minute here. Let's see here. Yeah, a lot of damage come through again on that Callista this time. Very potent player, Redface Beast. Certainly somebody to watch out for, I think, as the season goes along. Dwight Schrute was also really good. And speaking of, I do see that Dwight Schrute is in the community, so we're going to bring them up and have a quick chat with them. Let me move them here into casting on air. And welcome to the table, Dwight Schrute. Winning this series week 1. How are we feeling?
Good. I felt good.
Hey, can't put it any better than that. I'll go first, and then I'll let Bear have a question. Tell me about that Rumble game 1. It certainly seemed like it was a spot of comfort for you. Obviously, picking up a couple solo kills, had some massive equalizers. Was that something you guys were planning on pulling out week 1?
Yeah, we saw that they pretty much one-trick Rumble, so the thought was just first pick Rumble and then roll with it and fight early top. And it worked out. I got a triple on Grubs, and then just from there, just was able to hard carry the game.
We can appreciate that. Yeah, the triple kill, I was noting it in the cast that if your Rumble did get ahead, it was not going to be fun. Rumble, it seemed like you were pretty comfortable on it. When they picked, did you know that it was going to be a Zac matchup in the top lane at first, or were you thinking it would have been something else?
I thought it was jungle, that's what we were thinking. But I thought, even if it's Zac, I think Rumble's pretty good into it, and clearly it was pretty good into it. But no, it was a complete blind. It was just go Rumble because it's strong, and they like to play it, and just see what happens.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then your Jax gameplay as well. It was pretty highlighted. You did have to play match the Oracle game. Do you think you handled that matchup pretty well, and what were your thoughts about it?
I think it went fine. It's a pretty boring matchup. We kind of just stare at each other the whole time. I had a couple solo kills, but other than that, not a whole lot I can do with that matchup. It was more just we're playing for bot side that game, especially with the Callista. So I just matched Yorick all game and then let my team carry.
Yeah, it was a really strong Callista that game. That being said, definitely was a different kind of game state, kind of in that like mid-ish game where you guys are actually down a decent bit in gold. Did it kind of Because it was a different speed than game one. Of course, you guys were pretty strong throughout. Especially after that triple kill top. How were comms kind of in that game too? When it wasn't quite as smooth sailing early on.
Oh, good. I don't think anyone on the team ever thought we were like losing that down ever that game. So everyone was really upbeat, confident, and we just made right calls and played well. We got every objective again, pretty much. We got 5 grubs, pretty much all the drakes, Baron. So we just played as a team, and it worked out.
Love to hear that. I think I've only got one other question, and then I'll let Bear go if he's got anything. Looking at Econ Group A, a lot of recognizable teams, a lot of recognizable players in this league, and then also a lot of new blood. Is there anybody that, whether it's you or Flash for Economy as a whole, is there anyone that you guys have like circled on your circled on the calendar? Anyone that you guys are looking forward to facing? Any players, anything like that? Or are you just kind of taking it week by week?
It's more week by week. Like I said, it's all our first season playing. So we're just kind of getting used to each other and getting used to playing all against all the other teams. I definitely know Serenity we've been looking at, I think is the big one that we're excited to play against. But mostly just taking it week by week and playing the best we can.
Nice, yes.
Yep, Scud's a big target. Is that the right? That's
Yep.
Serenity Control Toledo. Yep, that's a big target. I'm pretty sure the Hyler Hijinks have them circled on their calendar too. So I know I'm excited to watch that matchup, as I am, as well as excited to watch you play against them. I also just want to say, did you, a camp chose you first on the top lane tier list for economy, and
Really?
it paid out. You played
I
extremely
didn't even
well.
see that.
Yeah, he picked you first in the snake draft that we did. You showed out. You showed everybody why you should have been first pick. So I appreciate your gameplay, and I'm glad that you had such a fantastic game.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Any shout outs or any parting words you want to give to the viewers? I've seen a lot of Flash for Damage supporters in chat pop up.
Yeah, just thanks for everyone, Flash for Damage, watching. They had a big watch party going with the whole team, so I'm glad they could watch and support us. Especially Sombra, who texted me after game 1 and was like, "Good job shitting on them with Rumble." So, just thanks for the whole Flash for Damage organization.
Yeah, I'd love to hear the organizational support. Hopefully, we see you guys continue to do well as the season move on. And thanks for joining us on the cast here.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. All right, I believe that should just about wrap us up. I don't know if we have any. Didn't get through a whole lot of bear facts today. Now that I think about it.
No bear facts. Any parting bear facts? All you schmeckle. Oh, don't forget to do the payout, by the way.
Yes, of course. Cannot end the stream without knowing or without paying out the schmeckles. Let's see. Choose outcome. Once again, Flash for Economy did win. And
you also have a parting bear fact.
There we go. We'll let you hit your bear fact, and then we will sign off.
The parting bear fact of today is that I will, now that I am done casting, be ordering dinner, and it will probably be Taco Bell. So that is the bear fact. That is what I'm having for dinner today. So, there you go.
It's a very literal bear fact. That's just a thing that happened. Yeah, I enjoyed watching the series. Love that we were able to get the first econ stream of the season. We've gotten some commercial, some financial, hopefully some executive on the horizon. I'm not sure if that's what we're seeing. And a tale as old as time, a party invite from none other than a Woofy, ending off the stream. I believe we are back tomorrow. Not we as in me, but we as in the low budget LCS. I do believe that Popoba will be streaming, so keep an eye out for that. I think we're just about done here. Any parting words? If not, we can send these lovely people to bed.
We good.
All right, we good indeed. Peace out, everybody.